What if the real horror isn't a monster, but the truth we refuse to see? From the mind of Zach Cregger, the creator of Barbarian, comes Weapons, a chilling psychological thriller that promises to mess with your head. Twisting timelines, broken lives, and a mystery so deep it might just break reality. In today's video, we're diving into the secrets, symbolism, and spine-tingling suspense of Weapons, the movie that's already being called this generation's Donnie Darko. So buckle up, this is going to get dark. Imagine waking up in the dead of night, 2:17 a.m., only to find out that every single kid in your daughter's classroom has vanished, all with arms outstretched, running into the darkness. That's the chilling start of Weapons, director Zach Cregger's audacious follow-up to Barbarian. Presented through a fractured, multi-perspective lens, the film unspools the mystery of this disappearance through the eyes of a beleaguered teacher, Julia Garner, a distraught father, Josh Brolin, a troubled cop, Alden Ehrenreich, a lone, guilt-stricken child, Carrie Christopher, and others, each revealing a sliver of truth in a small town crumbling under suspicion and horror. Julia Garner's Justine is the teacher at the heart of the mystery, caring yet fragile, deeply impacted by her student's disappearance, and soon facing suspicion from her own community. Josh Brolin's Archer Graff, the grieving father of one of the missing children, embodies raw parental rage, his cries for answers magnified by the fragile facade of suburban normalcy. Meanwhile, Officer Paul, Alden Ehrenreich, and others weave between grief, bureaucracy, and confusion. From these fractured viewpoints, Weapons gradually reveals a tapestry of grief, paranoia, and buried secrets. Cregger adopts a structural approach reminiscent of Magnolia, revisiting key events through shifting points of view. Each character's segment, like a mini-episode, builds both tension and empathy, until, as reviews note, the final act hits like a macabre crescendo. The film's tone is an unnerving blend of dark humor and existential dread. One moment you're jolted by a surreal transformation or a moment of absurdity. The next you're confronted by a quietly grotesque truth. Critics describe the experience as slowly and sadistically revealing, an American Gothic nightmare beneath the town's peaceful veneer. The cinematography by Larkin Seipel and an unsettling score co-composed by Cregger himself elevate the tension, making even daylight scenes feel ominously alive. Its disturbing imagery, children fleeing their beds en masse, spectral figures lurking in suburban shadows, and tense confrontations that border on panic adds to a crescendo of dread that critics liken to Lynchian mania. The film doesn't merely frighten, it satirizes our fascination with tragedy, suggesting that a society obsessed with attributing motive and assigning blame can be just as destructive as the original horror. Some critics caution that the resolution leans into supernatural elements, which may undercut the film's earlier psychological realism. Yet others argue that Cregger's boldness to follow his vision, twisting expectations even when coherence risks faltering, makes Weapons a thrilling piece of horror craftsmanship. Performances are uniformly praised. Garner's fragile intensity, Brolin's muted paternal fury, and the child actor's emotionally raw portrayal of the lone survivor anchor the film's emotional realism. Critics call it one of summer 2025's most original and unsettling horror experiences, and certainly the most twisted studio film of the year. In the end, Weapons is less about explaining what happened and more about immersing us in the collective unraveling of a community. Cregger's ambition to splice together domestic familiarity, grief, supernatural dread, and dark comedy may frustrate viewers craving straightforward answers. But it rewards patient ones, demanding both empathy and confrontation with the uncanny. As one review puts it, it's a 2-hour magic trick where the curtains around happy and also quite unhappy homes get pulled back. We peer in and get the unsettling sensation that something's peering back. Weapons isn't just a horror film, it's a mirror, one that reflects the trauma, chaos, and consequences we try so hard to hide. It asks questions most films are too afraid to touch, and it doesn't hand you easy answers. If you're looking for a neat ending, you won't find it here, but if you're looking for a film that sticks with you, that haunts you long after the credits roll, Weapons is it. Thanks for watching, and if you're into deep dive reviews, hidden meanings, and cinematic analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep questioning what's real.